This video is an update on Voyager. What is going on with Voyager? We understand they suspended withdrawals, and there's some updates. We're going to be looking over what the CEO of FTX has to say and an official update from Voyager. But before we get into it, smack the likes, smack the subscribes, and you guys know we are powered by Starting off with Voyager, this was put out on July 22nd. We got an update on USD and restructuring procedures. Guys, basically, it says over the past few days leading up to the next hearing on August 4th, which today, the recorded this video is August 25th. They're basically just, doing their good old jargon, the legal work with the restructuring process and how they're working together in the community. But down here it says, we know what matters to our customers is access to your USD. If you weren't aware, on their website it says your USD was, backed by FDIC insurance, all the way up to $250K. We'll see if that's really true. So as we shared previously, USD deposits are held in FBO accounts at Metropolitan Commercial Bank, MCB. One of our filings seeks court approval for customers to be able to withdraw their cash from these accounts. Voyager will work with MCB to have cash withdrawal requests processed in the ordinary course following a review, reconciliation, and approval process. Our ability to do this is subject to approval by the court. Yeah, guys, your money is now not up to Voyager, it's up to the court. Not your keys, not your crypto. If there's anything to take away from this Voyager thing, please own your keys. We hope to know more about the timing of these cash withdrawals after August 4th, when the court is set to hear this and other motions. So guys, on the 4th, if you have money in there, I'd be looking at every single news article that's going out to see what is going on. It says we are also asking the court for additional relief, including permission to sell Coinify, a non-core asset of the company. We previously received court approval to pay employees and other operating costs in the ordinary course of business. These bills are paid out of operating cash, not cash in the FBO. So aren't they going bankrupt? Why do we need some employees? You should be laying off pretty much everybody. What's going on there? I'm confused. If I'm missing something, please let me know down below. Continuing on, we know you're eager to get additional answers. Well, of course we are. And we're working to give you ongoing updates. The restructuring process, however, takes time. Of course, guys, Mt. Gox, they're going to begin their coins this August. You know when it went down? 2014. 2014 to 2022, that's almost a decade. Expect a decade for this. We will continue to make the effort to publish these blogs to keep you informed of the latest developments and our work to resume account access and return value to the customers. You're not going to get whatever you had in there. Because, moving on, because going over to the CEO of FTX, he has a little update. Basically, people are just bidding on your coins, on your account. So guys, this right here, SBV, I think it's like saying bankman-fried or something like that, is the CEO of FTX. He has a good old thread here. It's a little long, but if you have money on Voyager, it is well worth the read. So we have, Voyager lost customer assets, but it still has the majority left. Why haven't those been returned to customers yet? Well, guys, the court process. Sad facts from a bankruptcy process. So guys, even if you don't have money on Voyager, this is definitely an educational thread that I think is worth sharing with the community. So continuing on, it says, let's say that Voyager has remaining 75% of assets. He says he doesn't know the exact number, but let's go with 75% of assets. It seems like the first thing that should happen is the customer should get back the 75%, right? And then later get back the rest if anything is recovered from 3AC. But that hasn't happened yet. And why is that? Well, he says, the traditional process that before customers get their assets back, they get beeped. Yeah, they're just beeped. First, there's a long, drawn-out process, which funds are frozen, which you see right now. It can take years. It says, remember Mt. Gox, which I just said, guys, which is still going on, hopefully ended in August, happened in 2014. We're in the year 2022. It's a long time. Meanwhile, that entire time, various bankruptcy agents are slowly bleeding the customers' frozen assets dry with consulting fees. Yeah, lawyers are, they like this. They're going to make some good bucks. This can cost customers hundreds of millions of dollars by the time it is all said and done. And finally, there is an embedded option. But guys, I just think this is sad. The fact that, The lawyers come in here and they're basically just scraping for every extra penny out there. Basically, once again, you have the exchange slash CFI lender that goes down. That's just irresponsible. And then now there's all these other fees that are being made because now the lawyers need paid. And then at the end of the day, is what I'm trying to say is customers get screwed. So not your keys, not your crypto. So for the embedded option, he says, C, if a customer has one Bitcoin on the platform and Bitcoin was worth $30,000, and then it takes years to go bankrupt, what do they get back, the 1 BTC or the 30K? It says probably whichever is worth less. Whichever is worth less, what? It says, so the longer the process drags out, the more optionality customers lose. It just sounds like it's a lose-lose. So not your coins, not your crypto. So what's going on with Voyager? It says, well, lots of parties were trying to bid 10 cents on the dollar for the assets. So if they had, for every $1 worth of assets, companies were bidding 10 cents. Crazy. So if a customer had $100 on the platform, a third party would pay 10 for it. Get whatever funds remained, maybe $75 dollars, and then the customer gets back $10. Wow, I mean, if crypto already has 90% drawdowns, this right here is even another 90% drawdown on top of a 90% drawdown, which is basically 100% drawdown. Wow. And meanwhile, Voyager's consultants would be slowly draining the remaining funds by charging fees every month the bankruptcy process drags on. This didn't seem right to us. Customers already lost assets. We didn't want to see them lose more. So we submitted an offer. Here comes the heroes of FTX SBF. We'll get into that a little bit later towards the end if they're really heroes. It says, if accepted, any customer who wanted could come and get back their share of everything that remained as soon as possible. So the customer above would get back $75 immediately and retain their claim in case more was recovered from 3AC. Guys, if you're unaware what 3AC is, 3 Arrows Capital. Basically, in 60 seconds, Voyager, you gave them your keys. You gave them your hard-earned money, your hard-earned assets. And guess what they did? They gave it to some degens over at 3AC, and they lost it all. Maybe that wasn't even 60 seconds. It would let customers, if they choose to get the remaining assets back right away with no fees or additional haircuts. It says, so who's against our offer? Well, it was voluntarily customers wouldn't have to use it. But there are parties that would lose from it. Third parties who want to take some of the customer's assets are as fees. You see that, guys? Interesting. The consultants, for instance, likely want the bankruptcy process to drag out as long as possible, maximizing their fees. Our offer would let people claim assets quickly, or people who wanted to submit a lower bid, taking a large share of customer assets in the middle. So, of course, as a disclaimer, I also have a stake in this process, but I'm pretty sure our offer hurts the stake. There's a chance equity in Voyager would be worth more at the cost of the customers if the process drags out. But equity holders aren't who matter right now. Customers are. It says, anyway, in the end, we think Voyager's customers should have the right to quickly claim their remaining assets if they want to without rent-seeking in the middle. They've been through enough already. Yeah, obviously, there's a lot going on. It says, P.S. To clarify, our offer would give Voyager customers back 100% of the remaining assets that Voyager has, including claims on anything recovered in the future, and which we'll get more into some. It goes down like a little bit. So basically, that sounds great, right? Sounds wonderful. Hopefully this is true. Hopefully there's not some kind of deceitful thing to really be screwing the customers because they've already been screwed. So, getting screwed twice is like a double whammy. Anyways, please, not your keys, not your crypto. And my heart does go out if you had a lot of money on Voyager. I've seen some people post they had large amounts on there. That's very unfortunate, and I'm sorry to hear. And hopefully you do get it back. I truly hope you do. But please, going forward, guys, please, not your crypto, not your coins, not your crypto. But continuing on, guys, it says there's this guy named Fat Man Terra. He has a little opposite opinion here. So SBF says that, and please give us some excuse to charge more fees on the estate part of begins. It says, anyway, we made our offer. Hopefully customers are allowed to choose it if they want. If not, it's up to the consultants to ensure prompt liquidity. Guys, this guy named Fat Man, he said, you have all heard that terms hero, bailout, rescue, and help in reference to the FTX saving distressed companies. Well, yes, we have. It says Voyager, one of the aforementioned companies, disagrees. They think that SBF's deal is extremely predatory and will actually hurt customers even more. Guys, I'm not saying this is true or false. I'm just pointing out what is being said here in the thread by SBF. Starting off right here, guys, it says there isn't anything really worth pointing out here besides no customer will be made whole under the proposal, nor will any cryptocurrency be returned to customers under the proposal. I don't know if that's really like the case with what he's saying. He says Voyager will enter any serious proposal made to the bidding process described in the motion. It seems clear, however, that Alameda FTX proposal, which was made in a contravention of the proposed bidding process, proposed bidding procedures, was designed to generate publicity for itself rather than the value for Voyager's customers. I don't really know if this is true, guys, but he's basically just saying this isn't really like that great. It's not really going to work out the way he's saying it. I really don't know what's true. At the end of the day, I hope what SBF is actually saying is accurate, and I hope that people can get back. So if they have 75% for his example, that you already get that back, and hopefully more if 3AC's degens don't lose it all, which they probably will. So I mean, let's not really end it there on a positive note. But anyways, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. What do you guys think of this? I hope you don't have any stuff on here. Get yourself off all major exchanges, especially off small ones. Get it off there, like own it all. I understand the community specifically here really trusts Coinbase, but please consider taking some off there as well. You don't want to get wrecked. Anyways, that's what we got for today. Thank you for tuning in. Smack the likes, smack the subscribes, and until next time, may the gains be with you.